The Roman Empire is here and he is conquering everything right now. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Sea Radio. My name is Corbin, and thank you very much for clicking on this video. Last night was a good night to be a Red Sox fan, I think, right? It was the first night in a little bit that it's been a good night to be a Red Sox fan, and a lot of that had to do with Roman Anthony's first appearance in a Red Sox uniform in the Bronx. Well, the first of many, because in this game, he had a poke single between shortstop and third base for one of the only hits the Red Sox had in scoring position last night. But what made this night even better was that ninth inning. The Red Sox were up by one. They really needed an insurance run. Roman Anthony steps to the plate and hits one of the coldest home runs we have seen this year from a Red Sox player, period. I mean, the bat flip, the first pitch, absolute ding-dong into the second deck, the stare down, the ice in his veins celebration, rounding second base. I mean, every single part of it was just simply ice cold, and that's really what Roman Anthony has been doing for a little bit now, and it's really made a difference on the Boston Red Sox. I mean, I'm talking about potentially franchise-altering stuff here, right? Since Roman Anthony got called up on June 9th, the Red Sox have gone from a 30-35 record to a 69-59 record, owning a 39-24 record since that time span, and the second best record in the American League. But it didn't start off all sunshines and daisies, did it? No, Roman Anthony took some time to acclimate to Major League Baseball. In fact, in his first few games here, it didn't look like the Roman Anthony we're seeing right now at all. In his first 19 games, Roman Anthony slashed just .210 with a .329 on base percentage and a .339 slug for an 88 WRC plus. That's still fairly solid, especially for a guy who's never faced this level of pitching before, right? He got thrown in during the midst of a really bad stretch for the Boston Red Sox and said, hey buddy, save this team, right? It took a little bit of time, but Roman Anthony eventually got there, because since this stretch ended, Roman Anthony has been nothing short of elite. And by elite, I mean literally elite. Since July 1st, Roman Anthony has been one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball. Over the last 40 games of Roman Anthony's career, he is slashing .318 with a .436 on base percentage and a .493 slug. That is good for a 160 WRC plus during that time, 60% more productive at the plate than your average big league bat. That WRC plus is also good for the 12th best WRC plus in the entirety of Major League Baseball. His on base percentage during this time is at .436. That is the third best in the entire sport. .318 average is tied for the 10th best in all of Major League Baseball. His overall F WAR over his last 40 games is 2.1, which in and of itself is incredibly impressive, but it's also tied for the 6th best WAR in the entire sport right now. I mean, quite literally, any way you want to slice and dice his slash line, he's been one of the most elite players, not only in Boston, but in Major League Baseball in general. He has legitimately dominated since settling into his role with the Boston Red Sox. And one thing I want to point out that we're going to kind of theme-wise go over in this video is that it's not just the back of the baseball card numbers that should have you drooling over Roman Anthony. It's not just the nerdy statistics that we'll definitely get into. It's the eye test as well, right? There are three ways people look at baseball. They either look at baseball as sort of baseline statistics, right? What are you actually doing in terms of production? There are people who just simply watch the games day in and day out. They don't really look at statistics. They look at what their eyes are telling them. And then there are the people who are kind of like me, who look at everything, right? Who want the underlying statistics, who want the regular statistics, who want the eye test. And what's impressive about Roman Anthony right now is he is legitimately succeeding at impressing everyone, no matter which way you look at this game. It does not matter if you're just simply watching his at-bats. It does not matter if you're simply checking box scores. And it does not matter if you're looking at spreadsheets. Roman Anthony is impressive no matter which way you slice it. And I think this video is going to be a really intriguing part of that. But if you look at the back of the baseball card numbers here, you're talking about a guy who's being equated in terms of his production to guys like Nick Kurtz, who's absolutely taken over Major League Baseball right now. Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, Bobby Witt Jr. We're talking the elite players in Major League Baseball. Roman Anthony's name is right up there with them, and it gets even more intriguing when you look at those under the hood numbers. Because even those under the hood numbers are screaming at you that Roman Anthony is and is going to continue to be a star in Major League Baseball. I mean, just look at this dude's Baseball Savant page, right? There is a whole lot of red here. And if you aren't familiar with Baseball Savant, red is a very, very good sign. So let's dive into it a little bit. His barrel percentage, basically how often you make elite contact with a baseball, is at 14.4% right now. That is more than double the Major League average. Like, think about that. Right, the 21-year-old is hitting baseballs better on average by more than double your average Major League Baseball player. That's not normal stuff, folks. His average exit velocity is at 94.7%. That is 6% higher than your average Major League big leaguer. His hard hit percentage is 58.9%. That's how hard you're hitting a baseball over 90 miles an hour. That is more than 20% higher than your league average cat here. His average bat speed is at 74.9 miles an hour. That is just over 3 miles an hour faster than your average bear. I am kind of curious how often I make a reference towards animals in this video. I've already made 2 in the last 20 seconds, so keep an eye on that and let me know in the comments down below. I don't know why I'm doing that today. Just feels like the kind of mood I'm in. Anyway, you want to look at the contact he's making right now, though, whether it's under the hood, whether it's legitimate production, it is legitimately elite stuff, and I'm going to say elite a whole lot in this video, so get ready for that as well. However, the one thing that he has not mastered yet is the ability to constantly drive the ball in the air. His ground ball rate is a lot higher than league average. Flight rate, right, the amount of times he's getting the ball in the air is a lot lower than average. But last night is a prime example of what it looks like when Roman Anthony figures that out. Right, when Roman Anthony figures out how to get the ball in the air more often than he's hitting it on the ground, these are the kind of moments that he's going to have on a regular basis. That's the kind of contact we're talking about with Roman Anthony. Again, when you're looking at who do you compare Roman Anthony's contact ability to, you're looking at guys like Juan Soto, you're looking at guys like Judge, you're looking at guys like Ohtani, you're looking at guys like Julio Rodriguez, Bobby Witt Jr. I mean, we're talking about league names. Right? Not just team or franchise name. We're talking about league names. But what makes this more impressive is not just quality of contact he's making. It's the quality of at-bat he's putting together as well. We talked about one of the things he needs to work on. Another thing is his swing and miss, right? His swing and miss right now, his whiff rates, his strikeout rates, they're well above league average in terms of not in a good way. But his strikeout rate is higher than your average cat. His whiff rate's higher than your average bear. I think I'm just going to use bear and cat in this video. I don't know. Either way, that's something he needs to work on. But one thing that's really intriguing about his swing and miss rate being so high is the fact that despite that, it's not like he's out there fishing at pitches, right? He's not, I love Cedon, but he's not Cedon Rafaela who's swinging at baseballs below his ankles or above his head, right? He's not chasing pitches. He's missing those pitches in the zone. And that's probably understandable considering the fact that, again, he's facing the most elite talent in the entire world right now, right? It's going to take him some time to adjust to those in-zone pitches, but he's not chasing. His chase rate is at 19.2%, which is way better than your average bear and is in the elite category right now. He's walking on top of that at a rate of 14.7% on the year. That is a walk rate that is 6.3% better than your average major league player. So not only is this 21-year-old putting together numbers on the back of the baseball card that scream that this dude is a star, not only is the eye test telling you this guy's putting together good at-bats that look like he's been in the league for 7 years, and not only are the underlying metrics really sort of exploding when it comes to Roman Anthony, but you put all those together, and again, we're talking about a guy who in his prime could be in conversations with names that are the top of this league, and that's how good Roman Anthony has been since he's figured things out at the major league level. And honestly, these underlying metrics, they don't start July 1st, right? They started the second he got into Major League Baseball, so he's been doing this the entire time. The results are now just starting to pop up on the screen here. So what does this mean, and why is this so franchise-altering for the Boston Red Sox? I mean, to be honest with you, it's pretty self-explanatory. Right, the Red Sox haven't had a guy this explosive since, I would say, rookie Rafael Devers, Mookie Betts. Those are two names that come to mind pretty immediately. And it doesn't matter which way you want to look at it. Whether you want to talk about the fact that he's becoming one of the most elite players by every measurable statistic in front of our very eyes. Whether you want to talk about the fact that Roman Anthony has become what feels like the future of Red Sox leadoff, which has been an issue for the Red Sox, right? Mookie Betts was the last time you had a truly elite leadoff hitter. That's not true. The 2024 2024 season with Jarren Duran was absolutely an elite season where he was a leadoff hitter for this team. But now you got a guy who looks like he's going to be there and be elite level like that the rest of his career, right? I mean, it's a 310 average with a 971 OPS in that leadoff spot, and he's generating runs. That's something that's incredibly important for the Red Sox. It's a big reason why he himself has started to help this Red Sox team win more baseball games than they're losing right now. In 21 games in that leadoff spot, he scored 18 runs and he's driven in 11. That is 32 runs created in 21 games because of simply what he is doing in that leadoff role, right? It's not so much what the team is doing around him, which is absolutely part of it, but the fact that he is getting on base so often, the fact that he is able to hit with runners in scoring position so often has legitimately changed the entire top half of this lineup. On top of that, it's what he's doing as a trickle effect for the rest of this team. Alex Bregman seeing better pitches to hit because of how often Roman Anthony's driving up 6-pitch at-bats, 7-pitch at-bats, 10-pitch at-bats, right? It's giving him more opportunities to do damage because of the fact that Roman Anthony is constantly at first base, 43% of the time when he's getting up to bat, right? It's doing the same thing for Jarren Duran, who's now protected by both Roman Anthony and Alex Bregman, right? Jarren Duran's best stretch of baseball this season has been him in that 3-hole because he's getting so many opportunities to do damage against someone because of what Roman Anthony and Alex Bregman are doing. And it changed this Red Sox offense, right? It went from, okay, we're scuffling a little bit, we're trying to figure ourselves out, to, okay, now we've got a set 1, 2, 3. Now we've got a set 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You could even say you got a set 1, 2, 3, 5 with Nate Lowe coming in and doing what he's doing right now, but that's a way smaller sample size, so I don't want to put that on Nathaniel Lowe just yet. But what Roman Anthony is doing is legitimately becoming the franchise player the Red Sox have been looking for. The guy who is a legitimate focal point of this Red Sox offense for years to come. And I haven't even mentioned the fact that this dude at 21 years old is locked up with the Red Sox for the next 8 seasons. So not only do you get this level of production until he's 28, 29, you also get it for the next 8 years, right? That's just not something that comes around very often. Roman Anthony is an extraordinarily rare player, and I think it's about time on this channel specifically we started to recognize that, right? We praise Roman Anthony a lot. Roman Anthony deserves more praise than what he's getting right now. Look, overall, I know what I tend to do on this channel is overreact, right? I tend to be overly positive about small sample size because I love this Red Sox team, and when someone does well, I get really excited about it, but I just simply don't think that this point in time, I'm over-exaggerating or I'm over-optimistic about Roman Anthony legitimately changing who the Red Sox are at their core, right? A guy like Garrett Crochet does that. A guy like Bregman does that. Hopefully you can hang on to him for more than a couple of years here. And a guy like Roman Anthony absolutely does that. And I know there are going to be times where over the next couple of months, over the next years, there are going to be moments where Roman Anthony doesn't look like this guy, where he struggles, right? You're facing the most elite talent in the entire world. There are going to be moments where you're not the most elite player among them, but in a majority here, I don't think it's crazy to say that Roman Anthony is a legitimate franchise star for the Red Sox, is developing into the face of this Red Sox team, and is changing the way the Red Sox go about playing baseball. I know that's a lot of pressure, but this guy has been someone who's dealt with pressure the entirety of his career and risen above it every single time. It feels like anytime anyone puts some expectations on Roman Anthony, he ends up doing better than what those expectations are, and I firmly believe that over these next 8 years, that's exactly what Roman Anthony is going to do. Roman Anthony is going to become one of the best players in Major League Baseball, and he's going to continue to play like that for a very, very long period of time. And if you aren't excited about Roman Anthony right now, you're either living under a rock, you're purposefully making yourself negative, or you just have no idea what's going on. And I don't know which one of it is, but you should be excited about Roman Anthony. Every single thing. Again, you go back to sort of the theme of this video, right? The fact that the eye test, Roman Anthony passed. The fact that the back of the baseball card test, Roman Anthony passed. The fact that you look at the underlying nerdy little metrics there, he passes that as well. And all of a sudden, by any way you look at it, Roman Anthony is elite. Roman Anthony is changing this Red Sox team, and we'll see what happens in the future. But for right now, this is exactly what the Red Sox have been looking for. This is exactly what the Red Sox have been missing, and it's exactly what Red Sox fans needed. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about what Roman Anthony did last night? What do you think about what he's been doing over the last couple of months? months, and what do you think this means for the Red Sox going forward? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. It just simply helps out a ton, and it's the best way to let me know you're enjoying the content. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the red seats.